Ashes of Creation's most exciting livestream update yet is coming, and it's coming quite soon. So let's jump in, let's talk about it. Now, let's be honest here, the stream itself is exciting, but what is coming with the stream is perhaps more exciting because we think it's going to be an Alpha 2 release date. That's huge. That's exciting. The live stream that's coming though is coming on July 31st, which is going to be a Wednesday, the last day in July, and it is going to be the very hotly anticipated archetype preview of the Bard. Now, the Bard is very interesting indeed. Generally they are support classes, and if I'm honest, I think I may have only properly played one game that had the Bard, and it was the very recent Tarisland, which is perhaps not a great place to be coming from to talk about the Bard. My knowledge on the possibilities are a little bit sort of weak. I don't really know what most of you will anticipate from the Bard, so do let me know what you think we can expect from the Bard preview in the comments below. As far as I know from reading the wiki, it is anticipated to be a support class that isn't going to heal by default. I'm assuming you could pick the secondary class as a cleric and maybe be that buffer in the main with a little bit of heals, but it's definitely going to fill the niche of a support class, and it is obviously going to be buff orientated. Now that can be a little bit weird to see, right? Because when you play classes like this, now, I've never played a Bard, but I did play maybe like a Paladin in WoW. And when you see a Paladin, you might think, well, the DPS isn't very high, etc, etc. But what you offer to the party is valuable. So how will this come across on a live stream? For me, is very interesting. How will the musical element of a Bard play into the class in combat? I honestly have no idea. I know they did the little meme where it was like a guitar and everybody's like, oh, wow, it was like blown away. I don't think it's going to be obviously like that, but, you know, maybe a little bit like that. In the past, Stephen has spoken about the proximity of the abilities from the Bard for the rest of the party. So how will they demonstrate this in the live stream? How obvious will it be to identify the range that is required? Having read the wiki, it sounds like Stephen said that they're not entirely supposed to be just a support-based class, but they're supposed to be like a jack of all trades, but master of none kind of thing. I think the Bard as a combat class in MMOs is truly fascinating. I'm very curious of the interpretation that Intrepid will give us. In my head, if I'm honest with you, they're a bit of a meme. However, I sort of suspect that they'll be very sought after and very well liked. I'm sort of interested and curious if you could look at the personality types of the people who play different classes and see what kind of person plays a Bard. I mean, what makes them pick a Bard over a healer? What makes them pick a Bard over a tank? What makes them pick a Bard over pure DPS? Like, what is it that creates that kind of joy for the player? And can Intrepid actually make it fun? That's going to be the key thing. Like, can they make it fun? And I spoke about Tarisland very briefly earlier. It was actually quite fun, the Bard in Tarisland. There were sort of like different musical combos that you work together to create extra damage or do extra heals. And you know, it was very simplistic in a sense, but it was actually quite enjoyable. It felt possibly one of the most cohesive class systems in Tarisland. I'm not suggesting that Ashes of Creation should take from there, but it was nice to see the musical element implemented into a class that sort of felt like it made sense. I still think Bards are, you know, it still feels a little bit like a meme to me, but it was a meme that worked and I enjoyed it. Now, I don't think this is a class I will be touching, but I know a lot of you are very excited for it. However, as we said, the main reason you want to tune into this live stream is that they are going to be giving us, well, this is what they said in the last stream, some Alpha 2 information, and that includes potentially the release date. And let's be honest, that is the most exciting news we are all waiting for right now. People like myself think there might be a delay because of Throne of Liberty and the War Within, although it's also possible that Stephen and Intrepid are just so confident they're just not bothered, they'll go ahead with it. We might also get the additional pricing of the new Alpha 2 keys. I don't know if that's something they're going to drop on us in this stream, maybe they'll save it for the next stream. Yeah, we'll find out. I think even if there is no delay, I'm pretty confident that it's not going to be coming now before September. At the very earliest, it would be late August, but I sort of can't see that right now. Either way, I'm eager for this information, and I know a lot of you out there are as well. Let me know, again, your thoughts in the comments when you actually think will be the release date. You don't win a prize, but you'll win my respect, which to be honest is worth nothing, so you literally win nothing, okay? But let me know the date that you think Alpha 2 will come along. But yeah, overall, let me know your thoughts. Are you excited about the Bard? Do you not give a damn? I don't really care about the Bard that much. It's not a class I can see myself ever playing, but I know a lot of people are excited, and I know it's different from a lot of other MMOs. I'm not saying it's unique because other MMOs have had the Bard and stuff like that, but you know, people are always very interested in a class like this because there can be so many different interpretations. So I'm excited to see what they do with it, even though I'm probably not going to play it myself. And of course, the Alpha 2, that's the big one. Tune in, I will be streaming that live on Twitch. Link in the description. And if you want to support me, becoming a Patreon is truly the best way. Have a most beautiful, beautiful day. Like and subscribe. Goodbye.